Hi, welcome to Wednesday Wanderings and Wonderings. So far today I have worked from home in a local coffee shop, and now I am at church to check on a few things. I am trying to work ahead a little bit this week because I have different plans for Friday. Usually Friday is my writing day for my sermon and also a chance to catch up on emails, get ready for Sunday worship, etc. But this Friday I am volunteering at a writers' conference called Incubator, sponsored by Literary Cleveland. It's free, possibly the largest free writing conference in the country, and it is jam-packed with great workshops, a keynote speaker, and book signing, a huge book fair, and tons of ways to connect with other writers. I'm looking forward to it, and I'm happy to rearrange the pattern of my week. When I first started out in church work as a director of Christian education, I discovered the work of Marlene Wilson, who taught volunteer management. One of the many wise things she shared was the idea that everyone should volunteer in some capacity. At the time, I was putting in far more hours than I was being paid for, and I was in charge of recruiting and training a whole host of volunteers at church to support our educational programs for all ages. The idea of setting aside time for me to volunteer elsewhere seemed counterintuitive. Wasn't I already doing enough? But over the years, I have come to understand the wisdom of her words, and they have really stuck with me. And so I have tried to carve out some time to do something that I care about away from my job. As one who continues to work primarily for the church, as only one paid person among a lot of volunteers, it is important to me to have my own volunteer experience and remember what it feels like to be on the other side of the equation. Other people in my life have provided good examples. My husband, who works full-time as an engineer, designs lights for a local community theater. One of my mentors, a pastor, has volunteered with a food rescue group and served on his city's anti-racism committee. If they can find time, so can I, and so can you. So I wonder, what are you passionate about that you could give a few hours to, or a few hours a week to, as a volunteer? How do you think it might change your perspective and enrich your life? If you're already volunteering someplace, good for you. I would love to hear what you have learned in the process. Happy Wednesday. God be with you.